Okay, so now we have got the information to our presentation. We can start adding animations and transitions to make it move nicely. So you should be able to see from my presentation that I've made my slides. I've kept the same style throughout. Okay, I've also used the same titles, same effects on pictures. If you make things consistent like that and look all those styles the same, it generally looks better and it's considered more professional. Any company out there who has a product to sell will always have the same style. So something like Cadbury's with their dairy milk bars will all be purple, their presentations will be purple, their letterheads will be purple, everything will be purple. Coca-Cola will be red. Any football team or rugby team will have their logo and the colours in their logo across it. So I've kept the same styles. So the next thing to do is to add some transitions. So if I click at the top and I go transition, I get a big list here. I can do my drop down and I get other ones. And if I click on any of these, so let's try glitter, it will show me what that transition will look like. Now the thing to notice is, that says glitter, but this one has nothing on it. So you have to click on them individually. So I am going to have one, I think, that is going to fly through. And then all of these ones, I'm going to put the same one on it. So I can't even find where fly through is. I've lost that one. There it is. It's right at the bottom. So we'll do that on all of those. Okay, you can have different ones on each if you want, but I prefer to have the same one. And then we'll go there. Okay, so now I want to run my presentation. To run my presentation, if I click on home, sorry, not home, if I click on slideshow, I can click this one here that says from the beginning, or I can go from the current slide. I want to go from the beginning. So there we go, it flies through. Every time I click, it should move on to another slide. It appears not to have done that. Okay, let's try that again. That was a bit strange. So it's not done that. Maybe there's a problem with that transition. So let's try a different transition. Let's try a vortex, an orbit. I'm just going to pick some different ones here, just to show you that it does work. And then if I slideshow from the beginning, that says my first one. And that appears not to be working on mine. It probably will work on yours, but it does not appear to be working correctly on mine. But it should do these transitions as it goes along. Okay, it might be because I've got the screen recording software, and that's what's stopping it. So that's how we do our transitions. Okay, so next we are going to add in some animations. Now the difference between a transition and an animation is a transition is one slide to the next, and animation is on the different objects in a slide. So if I go onto my first slide and I select an item, I'm going to select my picture, and then I go to animations, I get a whole load of options here. Okay, and I can emphasize it. Once I've clicked it, I can make it appear or I can make it disappear. So I'm going to make mine grow and turn. Okay, I'm then going to go to the next one. I'm going to have, let's say, the title. So for the title, click in it, but make sure you click on the dotted line on the outside. And this time I'm going to have an emphasis one. So my emphasis, it's going to grow and shrink. Like that. And on the next one, I'm going to have an exit one. So I'm going to click down the arrow, I'm going to have the exit. My exit is going to bounce out. So if we now go to slideshow, we'll go from the beginning. There we go. When I click, that comes in. Go to the next slide. When I click, that then does my emphasis. And on the next slide, if I click, this should bounce away. There we go, it's gone. So what we can do is we can make our presentation look a lot more exciting by using transitions, and how it moves from one slide to the next, and then animations, which are kind of things moving, spinning in, disappearing, emphasizing, but on individual items, and you can do it on both text and images. Be really careful, because if you have lots of things flying around and spinning about on PowerPoint, okay, it gets really, really confusing to the eye. And also that is one of the PowerPoint no-nos, in that if there's too much spinning around and you were in a business presentation, then people would complain and wouldn't be happy. So you've got to get those down to a minimum. But basically, now you've done your presentation, you're going to make it look good with your transitions and your animations.